Hi guys, it's Mathia Ford with Renal Diet Headquarters, and today I wanted to take a minute and talk about something a little different that I've been talking about recently. I want to talk about easy renal diet swaps. So if you're new to kidney disease or you've had kidney disease for a while but you are kind of bogged down with similar foods, I want to talk about some foods that maybe you could swap out that might give you some ideas to try new things. I'm always about trying new things, getting new foods. So today I wanted to go over some easy renal diet swaps. So first of all, you probably know this if you've been diagnosed with kidney disease, that it's overwhelming to be diagnosed with kidney disease. Any treatment that you might need, there's changes to your lifestyle that you have to adjust to, going maybe more doctor's appointments, definitely changing your diet, adjusting, talking to your family about it. All those things come about, and so today I wanted to give you some quick ideas to change your, swap out some things in your diet. So swap number one is dressings and marinades. So think about how easy it is to make some of your own dressings, because a lot of times when you buy like a standard dressing, it's going to be really high in sodium, and that's one of those things that you really want to eliminate from your diet. So I would encourage you to either look for some recipes online, or I have on the website, Renal Diet Headquarters, renaldiethq.com, search for Zestify recipes, or at the top of the page it says recipes. There's several salads and they have a salad dressing that's in them. But a lot of times vinegar and oil, some herbs and seasonings that you can get from like nickineeskitchen.com, those can all make your salad dressing flavorful without all the salt that's in a regular store-bought salad dressing. So that's one change. And I honestly think they taste a lot better because you can flavor them specific to that salad or mix that you're using. And a lot of times salad dressings can be used as marinades. So you might mix up some vinegar and oil and a few seasonings and marinate your meat or chicken or poultry in it. So swap number two is grains. So there's so many options out there when it comes to grains, and more than just white rice and more than just plain pasta, because those can be, especially if you're diabetic, it may be something that you're not as interested in eating as much of. So when it comes to grains, there's things like couscous and bulgur. You can test out a few, find your favorite when it comes down to both taste and texture. You may even make some vegetarian, I have vegetarian broth recipe on my website, and you can use that vegetarian broth, which is flavorful, to cook your grains, and that will make them even more flavorful. So if you're looking at high phosphorus, you may want to eliminate the brown rice or brown whole grain breads. But just think about looking at some different types of grains that you might want to use instead of, I understand a lot of people want to get rid of potatoes because of potassium. So number three, soft drinks. So you might like all different kinds of soft drinks. You may like water. I drink a lot of water. The one thing you want to avoid with kidney disease is the higher phosphorus ones, and the higher phosphorus ones are the dark sodas. So things like Dr. Pepper, Cola, Pepsi. You want to try to drink clear soft drinks and lower phosphorus or potassium ones. So if you're like a diabetic and you want to adjust your blood sugar, say you got a low blood sugar, then one of the things you can do is, obviously a lot of people go, oh, orange juice. But orange juice might be high in potassium for you if you have renal diet. So you may want to drink cranberry juice or like a clear, like a Sprite or a clear soda to get less potassium in your diet but still affect that low blood sugar. And you may even try some fun things like spiced apple ciders or homemade iced tea. A lot of bottled iced teas tend to have a lot of phosphorus in them. So a homemade iced tea like a sun tea would be perfect. Number four, swap number four, fruits. So swap out some fruits. As a general rule of thumb, you try to stay away, obviously I'm not an all or nothing person. I believe you can have all foods, but if you're looking for some swaps, You might want to try to stay away from yellow or orange fruits like bananas, citrus, honeydew, and aim for red or green fruits like grapes and apples and berries. Those are all perfect foods. So, maybe once a week if you wanted some oranges or a banana, half a banana, that'd be great. But then the other days, maybe you select things like grapes and strawberries. I'm not saying you should eliminate them. I'm just saying maybe swap some out. And then, so those are the 4 renal diet swaps I had for you today that I wanted to talk about. Renal diets don't mean you have to reinvent the wheel. It doesn't mean you have to eat all these special foods. You slowly but surely change your diet over time and improve your diet over time. So you can make those swaps and start to adjust, and it'll make it more likely that you'll stick to the new plan. So if you're like, I don't want to eat as many potatoes, I'm getting tired of rice, try out some bulgur, try out some quinoa, try out some of those other things and see if you like them. Be wary though, sometimes those comes pre-packaged and you just want to look at the amount of sodium that's in them. But for the most part, these are very delicious ways to change out some different foods. So change out dressings and marinades, look at the grains, look at the soft drinks, and look at the fruits that you're eating. So that's all I've got for today. If you want to get a free meal plan, head on over to renaldiethq.com, and I have a free 7 dinner meals for you. You just have to sign up for the email list. So at the top of the page, just indicate which type of renal diet you're on, dialysis, diabetes, or just pre-dialysis, and we'll get you one right over. Thanks. Bye-bye.